Hey y'all, it's a new year.
Things feel better already, don't they?
They sure do. No, we're hoping that 2021 is certainly going to be better than 2020 was.
It will be. Hey everybody, I'm Bobby Deen. How you doing?
I'm Paula Deen. Hey.
Feeling better already. We are
And
today.
Look, I voted, y'all. So you know what date that this was filmed, and I voted. I ain't gonna tell you who I voted for, but I voted.
Dying to though, ain't you?
No.
All right. So today Mom asked me to come over and do one of my recipes, which is always fun because this sort of stuff is right up my alley, and it makes me happy because each time we do something that I like or one of my recipes, I kind of feel like maybe even you learn something. You've told me that you've liked some of the things that I've done, and even though Mama is a great cook and everybody knows that, this is where I learned to cook is from.
But we all have
we all do things different.
Yeah.
We got our lane, and I try to stay in my lane.
You know what fascinates me?
Me.
Besides you, your wife Cloud with your babies.
Yeah.
She at night she'll give them like.
You all right? What was that?
What? What did I do?
It just sounded like you lost your breath for a second.
No.
Okay.
She makes these pancake likes, but she hides so many vegetables in them that they don't realize that they're having squash, zucchini, avocado in these pancakes now, and almond butter.
But they like these things anyway. It's all about starting the good habits early. And with our children, they love fruits and vegetables. We've got one that really is just fruits and vegetables.
Amelia has almost quit eating meat, hasn't she?
And that's it.
Before you go too much further, in Cooking with Paula Deen magazine, Bobby and Jamie both have a section that are recipes that they cook quite frequently. And this is Bobby's Lighten It Up. I mean, it doesn't come without calories, but it's
well, what does?
It's lighter. Yeah, it's lighter, and it is pork and greens stir fry.
Yep.
So if you like an Asian flair, and if you like for little lighter recipes, Bobby's section is just a fun section. And let me see what Jamie's is. Jamie's is all about his family and what he cooks them. I can't remember.
His was right either before or after Father's
Well, I thought it was right before, but
This is
right after.
fascinating.
All right. All right. Jamie's is time for tacos.
Sure is.
So his is really geared around 10, 12, 14 years old.
So let's do the good stuff.
Okay.
So we'll go with mine. And these are things that, I talked about learning how to cook.
Now, wait. I washed my hands. Did you?
I have triplets. I wash my hands 150 times a day.
Okay,
but I washed them right before I walked in.
Okay.
My door, your door, my
Good.
door, our door. Into your house, my house, our house. Where's my other renter? Where's he? At work, earning the rent? The rent money.
All right. Now, here's...
All right, I'll tell you how to do it.
All right, you read them. You read them out.
No need to read. We'll talk. Here's the thing.
Okay.
I love traditional Southern foods. It's what we grew up eating. So I love greens. This involves greens. I love pork and chicken and things like that. This stir fry involves pork. Now you could do mustard greens, or you could do any kind of green. We chose to do kale. My wife and I, we like carrots, kale, mushrooms. These are things that are good and that they're good for you, and they're great. They're great in recipes because they're a good filler. They're good for color. Lots of vitamins and stuff like that in it. Mom said this recipe doesn't come without calories. And I said, well, what does? And it's not about necessarily the calories. It's what kind of calories that you're eating that really counts.
Yeah.
So we don't have a bunch of junk in here. Everything in this recipe is going to be
fresh
something
and
really
good.
useful.
Yeah.
So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to combine some water and some cornstarch.
Well, tell them how much, because this recipe is not on our website, I don't think. Although it could be found under Cooking with Paula Deen.
It will be on the website once you do this video.
Good.
Okay. 1.5 teaspoons of cornstarch.
Cornstarch.
And then a half a cup of water.
Okay, and I'm
And we'll
gonna,
kind of slurry that together.
yes.
And get that mixed up first. Now, there's a method to this because we're going to combine chili sauce and soy sauce and ginger.
Yes.
But you wouldn't want to add that cornstarch in last to everything and then have it
Yeah,
just be
it might lump.
goopiness.
But-
It would be lumpy and messy.
Right, but this is what you want to thicken gravies and things like that with.
Kind of a slurry, you'd call it.
Yes. And-
So chili sauce, and what do we have? 3/4 of a cup of sweet chili sauce.
Oh, I love sweet chili sauce.
And 3 tablespoons of soy sauce.
Yes. And a tablespoon of fresh grated
A
ginger.
tablespoon of fresh grated ginger. That's it.
Okay, I'm gonna stir that ginger in because I don't want that ginger to get caught in the whisk.
Yep, I've seen it before.
Yes, so I want to make sure all that ginger is there because I
Ginger,
love
chili sauce,
ginger.
soy sauce, those things really, really go great together.
Oh,
this
gosh,
already
yes.
smells like a very flavorful
Yes.
Asian style
Yes.
dish. This is going to be not only is this a great easy recipe and it cooks up pretty quick. The prep is simple.
Oh, it's so quick.
And a really satisfying dish. So we'll serve this
yes.
over pasta, and it'll be
Yes,
amazing.
and we have already cooked off our pasta,
Yes, we have.
and I've got it over there in a bowl. Now, and
You wanna move
let's-
over here?
Yes,
You
let's
wanna
move over here. Let's slide over here.
Okay.
All right, you want to put your pork in
All
there,
right, here
Sonny
goes
boy?
our pork, and this is a pork tenderloin, and we've just cut it up into sort of uniform chunks.
Yeah.
We were just having a conversation about prep and stuff like that. And don't drive yourself crazy trying to make sure that everything is exactly cut into perfect shapes and
Yeah.
sizes and all that stuff. A good rustic cut works on everything. If you can
The important thing is they're all the same size.
uniform,
So, yeah. So that-
uniform. So whatever size that is.
you know, if you like them that big, fine. But just make sure all of them are that big.
That's right. Yeah. So
All right, I'm gonna pour our olive oil. Is it olive oil? Son?
it's canola
canola. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
into the
put our
pan,
canola.
which we've got warming.
Yes. And I'm gonna bump this up, Bobby.
Yeah, so in goes the pork, and again that was cornstarch and water and soy sauce and ginger.
Ooh, and I like to get a hot on Asian dishes.
Yeah.
I like to get a hot fry.
Well, today's your lucky day.
I know
So
it.
that's hot.
Okay, Sonny boy, there's your spoon. And also tongs, if you'd rather use tongs.
So we're going to cook this for a couple of minutes, 2 or 3 minutes,
Yeah.
until it's nice and brown.
Yeah, and the cut on this is so good.
Beautiful.
You know, Bobby, I sure was hoping that we were on the backside of COVID.
Good Lord,
But,
Mama, what are you talking about? I'm on the no side of COVID. Ain't no COVID. Not around me.
No.
My bubble's so small.
I know it. I mean, our little group is very, very small.
Okay.
And, you know, I was hoping that this would be all behind us, but it seems to be flaring up again. So we want to continue to be cautious as we've always been. I know people will write in and they'll say, oh, she double dipped. Yes, because I'm in my kitchen, in my house. And I am not cooking this for public consumption. So you're safe if you're going into a restaurant, especially one of my restaurants. Everybody wears gloves, and each person has their own utensils. So, you know, don't worry about that because we're making sure that y'all stay plenty safe. But this kind of cooking is in a relaxed environment, and I know who I'm around and what they got and what they don't got.
Well, that smells so good.
Doesn't it smell good?
Now we reserved a little bit of our chili sauce liquid. We didn't use it all, so we're gonna come back and finish adding that.
At the end, we're gonna add it. Has that been cooking a couple of minutes?
About a minute. I'm
Okay.
not satisfied yet.
Okay, well, I think our mushrooms, they're gonna take a few minutes.
I just made right before I came over here. I made some chicken at my house in your air fryer.
It's delicious, isn't it?
It's just the best. It's so convenient. And
It
so
is
easy.
so
I hate
so
to plug my mama's product while we're in here.
Why?
Well, because I mean sometimes it feels like too much, but dang it,
It's
your air
good.
fryer's sitting on my countertop next door, and
I know.
I used it to make chicken thighs, and they were
I
just
keep
fantastic.
my appliances in my nice little pantry here.
That is a nice pantry.
It is.
I
But
love.
my air fryer does stay right here.
Oh yeah, it sure does.
But my other appliances have to go into my wonderful pantry that I have.
It is a wonderful pantry. All right, so the mushrooms
Oh,
are
Eddie,
in.
that looks so good. I'm standing behind the camera right now. And dadgummit, if that don't look like it's going to taste good, doesn't it?
Well, it is going to taste good.
All right, now, Bobby, I did one thing a little different from your recipe when Teresa and I was getting things together. I par-cooked the fresh carrots.
Yep.
Because carrots are going to take longer to cook, believe it or not, probably than that pork, you know, if you want them soft.
To get them
So
tender.
I
yeah.
did parboil those, y'all, and cooked them for 5 or 10 minutes.
Nice and soft. Delicious.
Yes. All right, but they don't need to go in yet, son. I still see some pork. And I turned this up on high. Oh.
And I turned it down a little bit. Because it was really rolling.
Yes, that's how you want it. In Asian cooking, they cook in those wok, son,
Do they?
that are 500
Tell us
degrees.
about it, Pearl.
I ain't never cooked in a wok, but I've seen them do it. Yeah, we just want that pork to see that one's still
That's it.
translucent like. So we want to make sure he gets down there and then gets done. All right, I think it'd be safe now to put your carrots in,
All right.
because we have got that cooking. Turn it towards the camera, baby, so they
Well, I
can
want
see
to
it.
turn it away from me so I don't splatter anybody and everybody.
I love using tongs, son.
I do too, but you know,
On
sometimes metal tongs on a surface like that can
Yeah.
be, the noise
Well,
can be a little bit annoying, and
Yeah.
if you don't have
Yeah.
real good quality cookware, then you can
Yeah.
scratch the surface
Yes,
and
yes, you sure can.
all that stuff.
But, and of course, I'm trying not to scratch the surface.
And I really
This
like a
is-
wooden spoon, especially when it's got my picture on it.
I was on a show one time out in LA, and it was such a, I can't remember the name of the show now, but it's not on anymore. But they gave me a set of spoons with your picture, and Jamie's picture, Michael's picture, and my picture.
Very cute.
Aren't they cute?
Very,
And
very cute.
You know, it's my favorite spoon out of all of these.
Well, it was the one that was out. I didn't choose it, so. I love a
I
good
do.
wooden spoon. Love a good wooden
I
spoon.
do too, son. And I know I've got some fine wooden spoons that, like here's another one. That was Michael.
Looks just like
him.
that looks about
I know.
like Michael as this looks like me.
That's when you was a
Which is
little
to say
boy.
not much. Michael's picture looks like a nice Scottish gentleman
Yeah, he's got like a goatee or something.
and a funny hat.
All right, you ready for your kale?
I
Or
think
what
so.
do you think?
Well, I mean, that kale's going to rock pretty quick, I would say, but
Yeah.
we're cooking with such high octane gas right here. I think we're ready for whatever
I'm
comes.
gonna go ahead and do it.
Yeah. And that should wilt pretty quick, about a minute.
Yeah. And you know, you can put as much or as little as you want. But it sure does make the dish
Well, it adds
pretty
a lot of
and
color.
lively,
Makes
yes.
it really nice looking. And and again, you know, adds a lot of vitamins
All right, here
that
we
you wouldn't
go.
get otherwise.
There we go, Sonny boy, you is there.
That is beautiful. And I think we're going to end up adding in the rest of that kale too. It's,
Okay, whatever you want to do with your recipe.
that looks and smells so good. And really, we've only spent about 10 minutes here.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so this comes together pretty quickly. And
Yeah,
if you do your pasta ahead of time, it's real fast.
That's
so
what
you
I like about your recipes, Bobby.
Me too. Good food doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to take a long time to cook it, and you can feed your family relatively quickly and inexpensively because there's nothing here that's going to break the bank. I mean, we've got a pork tenderloin, got the kale, some carrots, some mushrooms,
and see how
chili sauce, the soy, and the cornstarch. I mean, you're not really spending a whole lot of money on this.
No.
But it's nice and healthy too at the same time.
Yes, and it's beautiful.
It's great looking.
You know, they say that your food should be colorful. The more color it has, the healthier it is. Like a potato. I like potato.
Well,
which I do love so much.
well, you can add yellow to it with
I
butter.
can add some cheese. I can make it orange. Can't you?
Orange, yellow, you can do anything you want to.
All right, believe it or not, your pasta is still warm.
I just added in the last little bit of kale, and I don't want to cook it, you know, to death.
Yeah.
So we'll give it just a second there, and we're going to call that ready.
Yeah.
All right, Mama, this is going to be hot coming at you, okay? Here we go.
How y'all like my tea towel? We carry these in the store. I think they're so cute.
All right, really hot, okay?
Okay.
Can you put the towel down? I put it there for a reason.
Well, I don't want you using this towel.
Thanks, Ed.
That's one of my favorite tea towels.
Hot. Now look at that beautiful
You're worried about your countertop. I'm worried about my tea towel.
Not really. I just, I like to set a hot dish on something.
This is beautiful,
That
Bobby.
looks so nice. So carrots and kale, which are both really great for you.
Mushrooms.
Just add a lot of color to the dish.
Yes.
And they're really, I don't like the word filler because it sounds like it's sort of a throwaway in the dish, but it does make for a nice filler. And Mom was right about eating color earlier. I learned a long time ago from a culinary producer that I worked with. And she said, eat the rainbow. You know? And I always remembered that. I was like, eat the rainbow. That's really a great way to make sure that you're eating everything that you should. So beautiful color.
Look how good this looks, y'all.
Inexpensive dish. The pasta's not expensive. There's nothing about this that's really difficult.
And you know what? I was really surprised, Bobby, because I felt like that your pasta would have been a wheat pasta, which makes it a little bit more health friendly.
Yeah, right.
So you can certainly use wheat pasta.
If you want to.
I love white pasta.
You know, look, nobody's going to eat perfectly all the time.
No.
So do what you want. And, our recipes are really, they're just guidelines, you know. We're just trying to give you an idea of what you can do, what's possible. Now, this recipe is in Cooking with Paula, Deen. This is the February
issue,
2020 issue.
Yes,
so
it's out
obviously
right now.
It's voting season, so you know we're current. It's January. Today I think is the 6th. And this is...
Is it the 5th or the 6th?
This is Bobby... It's the 5th, I'm sorry. This is Bobby Lightens It Up. And it is the stir-fry suppers. Pork and greens stir-fry. So, make this dish at home. But you know what we've always said? What my mom taught me about cooking early on was... The first time you do something, go exactly by the recipe, so you know what it's intended to be. Right. And then after that, you can do anything you want to and just make the recipe your own. So I invite you to do the same thing with this. If you'd rather use chicken, or if you'd rather use a different cut of pork, or whatever you want to do, whatever kind of pasta you want to use, whatever kind of greens you want to use. If you'd like to use sweet potatoes in place of the carrots, you could do that. There are all sorts of things you could do. So have fun, be creative. Eat with your family, cook with your family, eat real food. That would be the thing that I would say to everybody out there. You know, just
and there's so many people out there that have had the opportunity to go back to work, and our time is really limited.
Yeah.
Sometimes, so you can still feed your family good food in a small window.
100%. And too, something that's important here that we talked about earlier.
Well, I'm not gonna double dip, so go ahead and eat.
This is not an expensive dish either. So you can plan on my light dishes and a lot of the things that you'll see us do here together are not going to be really expensive dishes. They're not going to be things that'll break the bank. They'll be dishes that you'll be happy to cook with your family and for your family again and again and again. So.
And Bobby, having said that. We want to wish you, isn't it delicious?
So good.
We want to wish you a very, very happy new year. I pray for our whole country,
Of course.
which includes you in that country. And, you know, this started out as quarantine cooking,
Yeah.
and almost a year later, I think we still got to call it quarantine cooking.
Call it what you want.
So I will be here, and Bobby will be here, Eddie will be here, Teresa will be here to come into your house every day, and hopefully we can bring a smile to one's face.
Yeah, we already did.
Just for a little while.
All right.
So love and best dishes, y'all, and happy, happy, happy New Year.
Yep. Now get this kitchen cleaned up and the rent's due.
Okay.
Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.